We got ranking the last 15 NBA playoffs by Aura. Okay. Let's see what this is.
The 2017 NBA playoffs were cooked. This entire postseason was the definition of a foregone conclusion. The Warriors went 12-0 in the West. The Cavs went 12-1 in the East. LeBron was so unchallenged, he literally grabbed a beer from a courtside vendor during live play. The number 1 seed Celtics got humiliated at home, losing Game 2 of the East Finals by 44 points. The one single moment of suspense came in Game 1 of the West Finals, when the Spurs stormed out to a 25-point lead on the Warriors. It looked like we might actually have a series. Then, Zaza slid his foot under Kawhi Leonard, ending his night and the entire playoffs. The Warriors swept the series. Sure, there were moments. Isaiah Thomas's heroic 53-point game was legendary. Westbrook posting a 51-point triple-double was insane. But they both lost. The finals were just the inevitable conclusion. KD hit his dagger over LeBron in Game 3, and Golden State finished their 16-1 run. This was the most predictable, low-stakes postseason in NBA history. Number 14, 2024. In the second round, Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves put
a minute-long ad.
Point comeback.
You sub up, bruh. You sub up.
The defending champion.
You can escape those.
Tyrese Halliburton's Pacers stunned Giannis and Dame, and then silenced Madison Square Garden in another Game 7. Luka Doncic dismantled the number 1 seed Thunder. It felt like a true.
Yeah, Mavs Luka, I'm not gonna lie. He had to get handled. He had to get traded, bro. Thank God. Because Mavs Luka, literally, bro, I think they would have got like 3 chips back to back to back.
Changing of the guard. And then everyone just lost. The conference finals were a joke. The Celtics steamrolled the Pacers in a sweep. The Mavericks handled the Wolves easily. The finals were no better. The Celtics' redemption tour was a 5-game gentleman's sweep where the most memorable moment was Derek White chipping his tooth. Kyrie got booed. Jaylen Brown won
Don't get me started on Kyrie. Useless, bro. Where were you during the playoffs, dog?
MVP, and the Celtics finally hung banner 18. But all the real aura was burned out by the third round. Number 13, 2015. The 2015 playoffs had all-time moments. In the first round, a hobbled Chris Paul hit a falling banked-in game winner over Tim Duncan to end the Spurs' title defense in Game 7. In the second round, Derrick Rose hit a miracle bank shot buzzer beater, only for LeBron to hit his own iconic baseline buzzer beater 2 days later, famously vetoing his coach's play call. So why is it ranked this low? Because injuries killed the final product. By the time we got to the finals, the product was completely compromised. Kevin Love was already out with a dislocated shoulder. Then, Kyrie Irving fractured his kneecap in Game 1. What we were left with was a one-man band LeBron waging a heroic but hopeless war against the rising Warriors dynasty. The series gave us the birth of the death lineup and the rising Warriors dynasty. The series.
These niggas was dangerous. And Clay's not even in the picture. Clay not even in the picture. These dudes were dangerous, bro. You was getting drop kicked if you seen this. You was getting laid. You was getting postered. Don't even get me started. Y'all know who that is. Y'all know what he gonna do, bro. That is like, oh my gosh, bro. I'm talking about you were playing full court defense. You was like these, bro. Steph Curry came out of nowhere. Steph Curry went, bro. I don't think you understand what I'm saying, bro. Steph Curry out of nowhere, he would be like these. He don't even look like he's shooting it right, bro. Steph Curry shoot like these, bro. It went straight through the net. That dude is not human. Who are they? NBA players.
These gave us the birth of the death lineup and a surprise finals MVP in Andre Iguodala. But it was a total what if of a series. Number 12, 2012. The 2012 playoffs had legendary moments, but we gotta be honest.
I don't pay much attention to that stuff.
From the start.
So what you be watching? Sleep.
Hours into Game 1 of the first round,
you be watching, bro.
Reigning MVP Derrick Rose tore his ACL in a game that was already decided. The league's most electric player was gone. Chicago's title hopes evaporated, and the entire Eastern Conference bracket was blown wide open. LeBron finally got his crown. His legacy-saving Game 6 in Boston a 45-15 masterpiece, was incredible and arguably the best thing that happened this playoffs. The West had its moments. The young Thunder came back from a deficit to dethrone the Spurs.
They wasn't doing nothing, bro. You watch a lot of anime? Oh, what animes you be watching, bro? What animes you be watching? Because I be tapped in.
Staged a 27-point comeback against.
I'm really watching MHA when I get off stream.
Anticlimactic. The Heat handled the 23-year-old Thunder in 5 games. This was a solid playoffs, but it just doesn't have enough to move up the list. Number 11, 2023. The 2023 playoffs were pure, uncut anarchy. An 8-seed Miami Heat team led by a possessed Jimmy Butler delivered one of the all-time upsets, dropping 56 points to humiliate the number 1 seed Bucks. Dillon Brooks called LeBron James old and promptly got sent home by the 7-seed Lakers. We got the Light the Beam Kings in a 7-game classic against the Warriors, which ended with Steph Curry dropping a 50-point Game 7 bomb. Jason Tatum saw that and answered with 50
this year,
points of his
everybody
own.
was just having 50, bro. 50 balls are just being handed out.
The Celtics clawed back to 3-3, capped by Derek White's impossible 0.2-second buzzer beater to force Game 7.
Naruto, Dragon Ball, Bleach. I seen Naruto. I seen One Piece. I'm caught up. Bleach, I'm watching right now. And then Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah, I'm caught up.
The greatest comeback ever was teed up.
Nah, you know ball, bruh. You watch Death Note?
Home floor. Meanwhile, the Nuggets just kind of won. They swept the Lakers, they dismantled the Heat in 5 games, and Jokic completed one of the most statistically dominant runs in history. And his legendary reaction was...
A little bit, yeah. You need to finish Death Note, bro. It's so good.
This was a fun playoffs.
So good.
Honestly, every NBA playoffs is fun for me. But in this list, it takes a complete playoffs to rank high. This one had its moments, but the Western Conference was pretty uneventful due to Jokic's dominance, and nobody thought the Heat had a chance in the finals. Number 10, 2025. The 2025 playoffs were a complete reset of the entire league. In the first round, the Timberwolves eliminated the unbeatable new Laker duo of LeBron and Luka. Giannis was gone in round 1. Steph Curry and Jason Tatum both went down with series-ending injuries in round 2. This chaos cleared the path for Tyrese Halliburton, who went crazy. His Pacers upset the number 1 seed Cavs, winning a game they trailed by 7 with under a minute left. In the Eastern Conference Finals, they were down 14 to the Knicks with 2 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock, and they won in overtime. This led to a small market finals against the 68-win Thunder. A juggernaut versus a team of destiny. It became the first Game 7 finals since 2016, but in a moment of pure tragedy, Halliburton tore his Achilles early in Game 7. SGA, who had already won the regular season MVP and the scoring title, seized the moment, winning finals MVP and capping off one of the greatest
Achilles, bro.
seasons ever. Had Tyrese not gotten injured and the Pacers pulled this off, we're talking about a playoffs that would have rivaled any on this.
Yeah, I was there for that. I was like telling him get up, and he was like, nah, bro, my Achilles torn. I'm like, what you mean? This dude gonna look me in my face and talk about, nah, bro, I can't play no more. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like real shit. Like, what? Are you good, bro? He's talking about, bro, I can't move. I'm like, yo, come on, lock in. What the fuck is you on, my nigga? Like, what is he doing?
List, but that's not how it went down. Number 9. 2021. In the second round, Kevin Durant's toe was 1 inch from ending Milwaukee's season after a 48-point Game 7 masterpiece. And Ben Simmons, standing directly under the basket, passed up a wide-open game-tying dunk that cost the number 1
Forgot about that. Yo, that's so trash, bruh.
Game-tying.
You lucky the media let you forget about this, dog. You are so trash, bruh. Why would you do this? Who is that? Don't tell me that's Trae Young. Jeez, Ben Simmons, you are 6'10".
Simmons standing.
You are 6'10".
The basket.
Trae Young, you seen Trae Young, who is 5'11", 6'1". Ben Simmons, you are the worst hooper on the planet. You seen a 5'11". You are a foot and a couple inches taller than dude, bruh. What are you doing? And then he went and he was like, "Oh my God, 5'11" Trae Young, I'm gonna throw the ball away." Yo, oh my God, I don't know. Ooh. I don't know what PR team you hired for that, bro. Because I remember they was on your ass when that happened, bro. Nobody let that boy breathe after that. I'm talking about. I was seeing Ben Simmons hate pages, bro.
Passed up a wide open game-tying dunk that cost the #1 seed 76ers their season. Trae Young became the ultimate villain, hitting a game winner at Madison Square Garden, shushing the crowd, and taking a bow 5 games later. LeBron James was handed his first ever first-round exit, and the Suns won a conference finals game on the Valley Oop, a 0.9-second alley-oop dunk at the buzzer. This all led to Giannis. After a terrifying knee injury that looked like it would end his career,
is you my question?
Returned for the finals.
Do you have any suggestions after finishing Death Note? Yeah, watch MHA, bro. It's good.
With a
MHA top tier.
50-point, 5-block clincher in Game 6, an all-time performance to win a title the hard way. This was a really fun year, but this playoffs really only gave us 2 super memorable moments: Kevin Durant's toe and Giannis's finals block. You could also say Giannis's closeout Game 6. It had aura, but just not on the same level as the rest of the list. Number 8, 2018. The
2018, we get into the good years now.
One image. LeBron James, arms outstretched, staring in disbelief as J.R. Smith dribbled out the clock in a tied Game 1 of the finals. LeBron had just dropped 51 points and it didn't matter. That moment broke him. He punched a whiteboard after the game, playing the rest of the series with a broken hand, and the Cavs got swept. The finals was a zero-aura disaster, but the run-up was actually pretty decent. LeBron dragged a roster of scrubs to the finals, hitting a buzzer beater to beat the Pacers and another running buzzer beater to mentally shatter Toronto, birthing the LeBronto meme. He then played all 48 minutes of Game 7 to dethrone the Celtics in Boston. Meanwhile, the real finals was happening in the West. The Rockets were up 3-2 on the KD-led Warriors until Chris Paul pulled his hamstring. In Game 7, Houston missed 27 consecutive games, an all-time solo run.
Chris Paul even played for the Rockets, dog.
All just to serve up the most
this dude played for every team
in modern history. Number 7, 2013. The Spurs were 5.2 seconds away from a title. And
bro, that's not human, bro. Look at this nigga's wingspan, bro. This shit not cool, bro. This nigga's fucking weird. Y'all see this? That's an animal, bro. The fuck? This nigga, yo, that's not human, dog. You can't tell me that was human. You can't tell me that looks human. Not at all, bro.
The Spurs were 5.2 seconds away from a
title. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Fans were literally walking out of the building in disgust. Then a miracle happened. LeBron missed, Chris Bosh snagged the offensive rebound, and found Ray Allen backpedaling to the corner. Allen, barely setting his feet, rose up and drilled one of the most iconic, dynasty-saving shots in NBA history. That shot saved LeBron's legacy, but the entire finals was an all-time war. Game 1 gave us Tony Parker's impossible buzzer beater, where he tripped, fumbled, recovered, and banked in a shot with 0.1 on the shot clock to seal the win. Game 6 had LeBron, without his headband, turning into a different animal for a 32-point triple-double to survive overtime. And it all ended in Game 7, with LeBron hitting a clutch dagger jumper and Tim Duncan, in pure agony, pounding the floor after missing a point-blank hook shot that he would later say will always haunt me. And the run-up to that finals was honestly just as legendary. This is the postseason where Steph Curry had his Hello World coming out party, orchestrating a massive upset and dropping 44 on the Spurs to announce a new era. This is where 5'8" Nate Robinson became a folk hero, scoring 23 points in a single quarter to win a triple overtime classic. And this is where Roy Hibbert delivered the soul-crushing, poster-denying block on Carmelo Anthony, a rejection that cemented the Pacers as the East's biggest threat.
TSB update coming. Ooh! I'm beyond that. I'm beyond that.
The most chaotic first
definitely
round in NBA.
Yeah, there's a TSB update coming soon. I'm beyond that for sure.
And a record 8 games went to overtime. Damian Lillard hit one of the
wait, how you know you in the Discord
buzzer beaters ever to eliminate Houston. 37
today?
Vince Carter hit
that, bro, what?
Beater. Paul Pierce had a series-ending block in Game 7.
Well, Sleepy, don't be trolling, bro. Don't be trolling. Don't be trolling. See, bro, are you messing with me right now? Are you trolling? Are you trolling me? Are you trolling me? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. See, bro, are you messing with me? No. No way. No way a TSB update. Alright, let's see what. That's many pop-ups. Oh, 555. Yo, bruh. Yo. Alright. I'll get back to the video then.
While all that was happening, the Donald Sterling scandal exploded, forcing Adam Silver to ban an owner for life during the playoffs. The aura didn't stop. The conference finals gave us the Lance Stevenson blows in LeBron's ear meme. Kevin Durant gave his "You the real MVP."
What did you say you were gonna do if I lied?
Redemption. The Spurs
nothing.
Avenging their 2013 loss.
I ain't say nothing. Nothing I know of.
It was a team ball clinic so dominant it broke the Heat's Big Three era for good, ending in a 4-1 beatdown. Number 5, 2022. The 2022 playoffs were an absolute bloodbath. It started when the Celtics handed Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving a brutal 4-0 sweep, a series where Tatum hit a Game 1 buzzer beater and Kyrie was too busy flipping off the crowd. Boston then had to survive a 7-game war against Giannis, who posted a ridiculous 200 points, 100 rebounds, and 50 assists.
Nah, I didn't say nothing.
The real
that I know of.
Came from the upsets.
Maybe I did say something. I promise you.
All-time
Probably forgot.
Tobias Harris over me. Then, facing elimination in Boston, he dropped 47 to force a Game 7, only to miss the game-winning 3 in the final seconds. The main event, however, was Luka. The 64-win Suns were up 2-0. In Game 7, at their house, Luka had 27 points at halftime. The entire Suns team had 27. It was a public execution that broke a franchise and gave Chris Paul his 5th 2-0 series lead collapse, an NBA record. This all led to Steph Curry's shining moment. Down 2-1 in the finals, he finally got his finals MVP, cementing the Warriors dynasty. Number 4, 2020. The bubble. While the world was shut down, the NBA stepped up and gave us the entertainment we needed. The weird, sterile, high-stakes environment produced some of the purest aura we've ever seen. The first round gave us the all-time scoring duel between Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell, trading 50-point games.
Well, at least
Luka, on a sprained ankle, hitting a 33-point triple-double step-back buzzer beater against the Clippers. The second round gave us OG's 0.5-second buzzer beater to save a series in the legendary 3-1 collapse of the Clippers, where Kawhi and Paul George flatlined. The conference finals were even better. Bam Adebayo had one of the greatest blocks in history on Jason Tatum, and Anthony Davis hit a game-winning 3 against the Nuggets. The finals were a battle of wills. The Lakers on a win for Kobe mission against a half-injured Miami team led by Jimmy Butler, who delivered a 40-point triple-double and played himself to the point of complete exhaustion, creating the iconic image of him leaning over the barrier, having left everything on the floor. The bubble was a once-in-a-lifetime event. I know some people try and say it shouldn't count and all that, but this was some empty gym, pure hooping. Beautiful. Number 3, 2019. This is the only postseason in NBA history with 2 series-ending buzzer beaters. First, Damian Lillard's 37-foot bomb over Paul George to cap a 50-point night, followed by the
I'm not gonna lie, that shot was crazy.
Sports history. Then, Kawhi Leonard's Game 7 miracle against the Sixers, the first walk-off Game 7 winner ever. A shot that bounced 4 times on the rim as the arena held its breath, leaving Joel Embiid in tears. This was the first playoffs without LeBron since 2005, which made for the most exciting Eastern Conference playoffs we'd seen in years. Shots in the fourth quarter of Game 4. He hit a game winner with a torn tendon in his finger, and as the chosen one melted down, scoring just 8 points in that They seemed destined to be crowned the greatest team ever. But in the very first round, the script
All right,
began.
let me see. We're going
Steph
to
Curry
straight to the
slipped
finals
in a
because
wet spot
TSB
in
just
Houston
updated.
and sprained his MCL, knocking him out for weeks. Elsewhere, Dwayne Wade was turning back the clock to win a 7-game war, and the Raptors finally won in Game 7, breaking a 15-year franchise curse. In the second round, Steph Curry made his return. Coming off the bench against Portland, he was quiet until overtime. Then he exploded for an NBA record 17 points in overtime, draining logo threes and screaming to the crowd, "I'm back, I'm back." At the same time, LeBron's Cavs were busy setting their own records, hitting an absurd 25 three-pointers in a single game against the Hawks. But the real shock came from the Thunder, who dismantled the 67-win Spurs, ending their dynasty in a 6-game upset. This set the stage for the conference finals. In the East, the Raptors, in their first Eastern Conference Finals ever, actually managed to steal 2 games from the Cavs, but LeBron's dominance was too much. The real drama was in the West. The KD and Russ Thunder stormed out to a 3-1 lead on the 73-9 Warriors. It seemed like it was over. The unanimous MVP was getting sent home. And then, Game 6 Klay was born. On the road in OKC, facing elimination, Klay Thompson delivered one of the greatest performances in history. He went nuclear, hitting a playoff record 11 threes and dropping 41 points to rip the soul out of the Thunder crowd and single-handedly save the Warriors' season. Golden State would win Game 7, completing their 3-1 comeback. It was Kevin Durant's final game in an OKC jersey. That brings us to the finals. The rematch, the 73-9 Warriors versus LeBron James. And just like in the Western Conference Finals, the Warriors went up 3-1. Then, the turning point. Draymond Green, after a swipe at LeBron's groin, was suspended for Game 5. LeBron and Kyrie became the first teammates in Finals history to both drop 41 points in the same game. In Game 6,
bro. That. Draymond Green.
angrily threw his mouthguard into the crowd and was ejected. It all came down to a road Game 7 for the Cavs, which gave us the 2 most iconic back-to-back plays in NBA history. First, the block, and then the shot. The Cavs completed the impossible. The first and only 3-1 comeback in NBA Finals history. We got the legendary LeBron meme. They dethroned the 73-9 juggernaut Warriors. LeBron unanimously won Finals MVP after leading both teams in all 5 major stats. It broke the 52-year curse for the city of Cleveland. The back-to-back 3-1 comebacks are just so hard to beat. This play.
So, yeah, that's that video. On to TSB.